Hello, welcome back to Andy's Library.
Hello?
And we've got Caitlin still in the investigative team.
Yes.
And these were chapters 13 through 18.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, a lot, a lot to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
So when last we spoke, we were thinking it was Mary. Wasn't she our front runner?
She was. She was our number one.
Okay. Where do you stand?
Um, I'm still suspicious of Mary,
Okay.
but I'm wondering if it's maybe a situation where multiple servants are involved or like lying for each other, keeping secrets for each other, maybe
Hmm.
thing in some way. Um, because of the phone calls that were made.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
one phone call was made from Old Hall, and then the other phone call to Mrs. Ridley was made from Mr. Redding's cottage at a point in time when he was not there.
Hmm.
Um, and so that it just makes me a little like, are the servants making these phone calls? Like,
Yeah.
and then like, yeah,
And I definitely get a feeling of, yeah, the teamwork too. Like I feel like it could be Mary and her boyfriend. Like, so her boyfriend is Archer, her boyfriend?
yes,
Okay. So Mary and Archer, if he could have easily made the phone call, maybe, to pull the vicar away from the vicarage. He could have made that phone call because if he's a poacher and he knows all of the areas on the grounds that people wouldn't be around.
yes.
But then when Mrs. Archer, so is that his mom that does the cleaning for Lawrence?
That's a good question. Is Archer your last name or is it a first name? Because I was reading it as a first name, but now this could tie some things
Yeah.
together. And is he in jail already, or is he?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
And I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a good question. So if he is in jail, maybe he didn't make that phone call. And that they did make the point that it might have been a woman's voice.
Yes,
So
yeah.
maybe it was another. But then so then the point of that second phone call from the cottage to Mrs. Price Ridley, I have a theory.
Okay, because I'm confused by it, so I would love to hear your theory.
So she got the phone call at 6:30, which is around the time of the murder. And when they were talking about the entrances to the vicarage,
Hmm.
the inspector said unless Mrs. Price Ridley looked out her window at exactly that time, it would be clear
Oh,
sailing.
yeah.
So I'm thinking that phone call was made so the person could,
Keep her occupied.
yep.
That makes so much sense. Yeah, I think you're right. So it definitely seems that there has to be at least more than one person involved in this.
Hmm. Yeah. So I have like Mary and Archer as a couple, um, working together, and even like maybe Miss Cram working with someone.
Okay. There's something going on with her with like she took that suitcase into the woods. And so that's like I feel like there's so many different directions that my mind is going with these like little random clues or like weird things happening.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to like work it all together. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe some of it's just kind of like red herrings. But like everything with Lestrange and Dr. Haddock and like why he seems so upset all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And also, were you picking up at the end of the last chapter what it was saying with like the train?
Yes. So that means Griselda didn't go to London.
That means she's lying.
Yeah.
Why?
So where was she? Because that means she didn't go, so that she spent the whole day somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So I'm like, how does that work into all of this? Is she
yeah,
somehow involved?
yeah, because that,
Like, how many people are involved? That's what I want to know. Because right now, it seems like this goes deep. Because everybody hates him.
well, I think so. The whole thing with the suitcase with Miss Cram going to the site with the suitcase, that whole thing, I think she was planting um artifacts at the burrow
Oh,
for the doctor to find.
that is a good idea.
Because at first I was like, oh, she's hiding the murder weapon. And then I'm like,
Right.
okay, no, they already have the murder weapon and they know it's like the
Yeah.
pistol. So that's what I think is going on.
And it's just like unrelated to the murder case.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's like, I know some of this stuff has to be unrelated, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Or because remember the colonel and the doctor had a fight about what was at the dig site. So maybe the colonel was like, this can't be happening. So maybe
Yeah.
he was like about to reveal that she's planning stuff there.
Mm, okay. That's interesting. I was also wondering, like, with the whole servants theory of like them all working together, if possibly when Mrs. Lestrange went to visit Colonel Prothero
Uh-huh.
the night before he was murdered, and they had some conversation, and they said, like, nobody seems to know what they had a conversation about, but they made some mention, like, there has to be somebody who, like, overheard or somebody who knows. And it's like, again, maybe a butler, a maid, or something like that overheard and is just communicating this to the other servants in the village,
Hmm.
and maybe it's something to provoke them to murder him. I don't know what that would be.
Yeah.
That just makes me curious. And there was a quote that I wrote down because I thought this just kind of fit in with our Mary theory.
Hmm.
Um, I forget what context this was brought up, but somebody said there's nothing so inhuman as the mask of a good servant.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that because
Remember reading that.
that would fit in with our theory.
Yep. Yeah, that really does. And Miss Cram is the one that said the original um she's the one that said the original quote of no one noticing, you don't remember them, you don't remember
Yeah.
that she's there. She's the one that started
Mhm.
that. So there might be some connection there.
Yes.
And they keep going back to that theme, like they keep saying about when they went back to question Miss Marple again, and they said somebody that you would have seen but just really wouldn't have noticed.
Yes.
Like they just keep going back to that theme over and over.
Yeah, like somebody who's just like meant to be there, so you just don't even think about it.
Yeah,
A servant.
yeah. Okay. So I'm wondering, but then again, how does Mrs. Lestrange, how does she tie into this?
Right. And why is Griselda lying about her alibi?
So she,
That's the kind of stuff that makes me like not so sure.
I know. So yeah, so the whole day she was in somewhere. She was
Yeah.
somewhere, just lurking around, like hiding
Mhm.
somewhere.
Which is really weird
That's
on
really
the
weird.
day that a man is murdered inside your house.
Yeah. The only place she could have been all day was with Mrs. Lestrange,
Interesting.
right? Because like she wasn't, there's no other place for her to be. It wasn't like she was in the studio.
Right. Yeah, this could all somehow tie together.
Yeah. Like where else could she have been all day? Not, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm baffled.
I am too, but I think so the vicar definitely picked up on it. So I think we're gonna find
Yeah,
out some more in the next few chapters.
I'm excited to keep reading now because I feel like it kind of left on a cliffhanger.
This book is so fun to read.
It is.
Oh my gosh, I just like, and I try to like just slow down.
Uh-huh.
I have so many notes,
Me too.
notes with like arrows. I'm like, wait a minute, this messes with the
Uh,
timeline. I think so. I did have a question. Um, and I think it was about like, so with Hawes, the guy that was kind of sickly, that had the fight with Colonel Prothero, that what was his deal? He kept bringing up Archer. He kept bringing up Archer.
Now I'm like blanking on this conversation.
So when he came into the vicarage and the vicar was like, "Wow, you look really sick." And he's like, "Oh no, I'm fine." And then he's like, "No, you really look sick." And then he kept bringing up Archer. Um, and then he seemed to twist the words like of the vicar because the vicar's like, "I don't remember saying that." And it was something about like, better to have mercy than justice. And
Right.
and the vicar's like, I don't really remember saying that. So I think I don't know, like how does he tie in? 'Cause he kept coming back to Archer and almost like trying to, it seemed to me, trying to say that the colonel was too harsh on Archer
And
because
like,
then the vicar's, and he said that the vicar like kind of quoted him back to him.
right. Like, do you think he's kind of like thinking the whole Archer thing was a motive and he's trying to justify it, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe he's pointing out that there might be a motive there.
Yeah.
Like it was like he was being too harsh on him.
Which again would point to Mary.
Yeah. Yeah, Mary and Archer's mom.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
that's a good future daughter-in-law.
Oh yeah. They'll be tight.
So any parting thoughts?
I would just say that I'm gonna keep my number one suspect locked in at Mary, but I would like to add this time around that I think she's being helped by other servants throughout the village.
I agree. I think it's Mary. I think we have the motive. Again, it's her boyfriend. And yep, I think the servants are helping. And I think that conversation with Halls is like kind of a little clue.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah.
colonel was being too harsh. And I think Miss Cram is planning artifacts for the doctor to keep on digging.
Yeah, I like that theory. I didn't think of that, but that would make sense.
Yeah. So
And
she
I think that it would make sense if the servants who are helping her each have their own motive for why they would want this guy dead. And maybe that's how we can tie in some of these other plot lines. Like,
I
because
love
you know
that.
the thing that everybody in the village hates him. So if every servant has their own individual motive for why they would help Mary murder him, that could really like tie a lot of these seemingly unrelated weird things together.
So good.
Okay. That's
Yep.
my thought right now.
That's really good. And we'll find out more about Griselda and where the heck was she on Thursday.
That's what we want to know. That's our big lingering question right now.
All right, so our next chunk is chapters 19 to 24.
Yes.
All right. All right, I will see you.
Bye.